Hi, I'm Tamara Lackey, and on this episode of the reDefine show, I speak with Brad Jefferson about how you can easily boost your visibility as an artist online. Brad is known in the business world, profiled in Forbes and New York Times and all kinds of other media outlets for his savvy as the CEO of Animoto. But what he talks about with us today is how you can create really compelling videos quite quickly, not just to share or sell your work, but also to be able to boost your visibility so people can find you and see your work more easily online. Plus, we do a quick walkthrough of how you can create your own videos using your photography. Check it out.
Adorama TV presents The reDefine Show with Tamara Lackey.
I get so many questions from photographers who are either looking to start their business or better market their business or grow their business to the next level about suggestions of how to incorporate more video into their marketing efforts. And I decided to go right to the source. Brad Jefferson is joining us today, the CEO of Animoto, co-founder as well. Easily the largest, most well-known video slideshow company on the planet. Incredibly successful, tons and tons of photographers use you guys. And you're gonna tell us a little bit more about how photographers who don't wanna necessarily become filmmakers can incorporate more video to boost their rankings.
Great.
Yes, their SEO rankings.
Yes.
All right, so let's get started, because I'm really curious to hear more about this too.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit, first of all, that concept, why video is so important for better marketing efforts.
Yeah, video is just such a great platform for conveying a story. And I think there's a reason that there's a huge industry around it, because in a very short period of time, you can evoke such strong emotion through storytelling.
Yes.
And so when you think about a business and how to convey what that business is all about, to put it in a video format, almost like a television commercial for this small business, it can be very provocative and
Pulls people in.
Yeah, pulls people in, and it really gives you a sense for what the business is all about.
Right, exactly. So that, from the perspective of how to pull people in, there's that component. And then there's the additional component, which is literally having video accessible will increase your search rankings.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's lots of advantages of using video. And I think the fact that video is so early in sort of the history of the world as a medium that we're able to create ourselves, there's a lot of arbitrage opportunities. So one of those arbitrage opportunities is that if you create a video of your photography business and place it on YouTube, you can actually come up in the organic search results for Google and YouTube a lot higher.
Right.
So
a lot higher in some cases.
Oh yeah, a lot. Yeah. And so if you're a photographer in a certain market, to throw keywords around what your market is. I grew up in Bellevue, Washington. So Bellevue, Washington, photographer, wedding, and you tag your video on YouTube that way, you can actually realistically get in the first page of Google search results.
Wow. And that'd be huge for a lot of photographers. What would you recommend to keep things as simple as possible, to be able to have them go out with their DSLR, or even their point and shoot, and do video, iPhone even, right? Go out and do video. What enhancements would make that video look more professional, something they want to share online and share with their clients? Right,
and first off, that's a great point, is that photographers when they come to Animoto, they'll only use their photographs, and then over time they'll get more comfortable taking a video clip. And so to take those video clips on their DSLR, or as you said, their iPhone, some are using GoPros. So if you want to create like a time-lapse video, either with your GoPro or your point and shoot or even an iPhone, having a tripod with you.
Right.
And one thing I should preface my equipment recommendations with is that Animoto stands for as easy as possible. So my recommendations are really around the easiest things to do that are just sort of everyone should have with them in their bag of tricks.
Yeah, or a monopod.
Monopod's awesome, especially for the stabilization of the camera, shooting the video. For audio, a lav mic. So if you want to capture the vows of a bride and a groom, to put a lav mic on them, it's just, especially in a noisy area, it just makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
You can also use a shotgun mic, and so with a wider lens. And you typically would do that with more of an interview type of video shoot. So like a business owner describing their business. And
you just have, it's the long mic on top, and you don't have to wire anybody up.
No wiring at all.
Yeah,
it works really well.
So it's some sort of audio boost, some sort of image stabilization.
Yeah.
And then record.
I think that's a pretty good solution.
And obviously pay attention to all the things that you would as a photographer, your composition, your framing, your lighting, your foreground, your background, all those artistic touches.
Yeah, none of those
just
change.
The same
none of those change. Exactly, photographers that use our product, again, they start with their photos and they create these beautiful videos from just their photos, but then they'll introduce just a little bit of the texture of the real life. And it's amazing how it kind of opens up this video like,
I know exactly
whoa.
what you're talking about. You just suddenly feel like it comes even that much more alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels more real, like you're in it and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And I think in terms of those few little suggestions, I mean, that's great, because so now you could just start playing around and messing around and seeing what you think, and then just adding these to your catalog. Having a YouTube account, just keep adding them in.
That's right.
And that connection, the reason it goes up higher is because the YouTube Google connection. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah. So what Google's trying to do is just make sure that the first page of results is as relevant as possible for the user. And with tagging video, so one thing is they know that people like to click on video more than just words.
Right.
You know, whether it's images or whether it's video, that actually, they boost those format types within their search results.
So they're boosting that because they want the user to have a better experience.
That's right.
And we're getting the advantage.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And so by having video clips, and you know, this started about 5 or 6 years ago. They realized that people were more prone to click on a video clip on a search result than words.
Right.
And it sort of makes sense. I mean, we're visual people. It just kind of makes sense. So there's still arbitrage opportunities there, but everyone's realizing this. So it's almost like if you don't have a video sort of advertisement of some sort, and I'll just say like in the Animoto video, if you don't have that as a photographer, you're gonna be sort of penalized because other photographers are gonna have.
And they're gonna get the natural boosting.
They're gonna get the natural boosting, and this is all without paying advertising dollars at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a very nice way to guerrilla market.
And it's particularly effective on Facebook as well. So on Facebook, again, if you can get your client to actually put their video for all of their 300 family and friends to see, of course they're going to click on that content because they're really curious about what your wedding video looks like, or your senior portraits look like. And the beauty is that they're able to click through right to the photographer's website. So I mean, they're in the place where you live within Facebook. You can actually see these, really they're advertisements for the photography studio. I feel like the great thing is we talked about these technologies that 8 years ago, it feels like ancient history. I mean, video is still really, really early stages.
There's still a lot to go.
Yeah, so for to get on sort of the train of where video is going now, it's going to get easier, more powerful, more professional, and we hope to guide that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Brad, for that terrific advice. Join us here next time on Adorama TV, and do not forget to subscribe to Adorama TV for some fantastic content across the board. Thanks.
Do you want great-looking prints at low cost? Be sure to visit our easy-to-use online printing service. Adorama Pix has professionals who treat your images with the utmost care that you can count on. For a quick turnaround on photos, cards, or albums, use AdoramaPix.com.